Hey, what's up guys, Kybers here. So everyone and their, grandma has seen the new GTA 6 trailer. And yeah, I was doing my take on it. I was thinking about it, asked some of my friends about what they would like to see and what they would not like to see in the new GTA 6 game. Stuff that needs to be changed, removed. So I made a list. Player and character stuff. I would like to see better, or I would like to see hair growth, like in Red Dead Redemption 2, where you, where some hairstyles require a level. You have like level 1 to 8, and then you can only choose a certain hairstyle at like level 6, and you can only cut to that size or all the way down. I would like to see better tattoos and more mixing of tattoos. Better tattoos, more tattoos, and mixing of tattoos. So for instance, if you have a tattoo on your upper arm and your underarm, that's just because the underarm tattoo is slightly bigger than the basis that the top arm tattoo would just disappear. I would like to see more hairstyles and maybe like the MMO stuff where you mix the hairstyles, like you have 3 parts, the front, the center and the back. Definitely more clothing options and mixing clothing. For instance, now when you put on a face mask and a helmet and a goggles, it can't, because for some reason the face mask requires a hat. I don't know why. So yeah, more like mixing and stuff. I would like to see useful clothing, and this may sound weird, but you know, when you have a when you do certain missions and you have a body armor and a helmet on, I would like to see that actually take effect, like helmets. They give you less headshot percentage damage, and body armor gives you less just regular body shot percentage. I would also like to see guards kind of react to clothing. Like if you're a bit more, if you're doing a night mission, like for now, for instance, and you have full on dark clothing, that you would be harder to spot than in full on bright neon pink, whatever the hell clothing type of deal. This is a weird one, but I would like the ability to tan. Everybody's like, why the fuck would you not want that? Like, not in GTA 5, when you create your character, your skin color is basically based on the on your heritage, which I think is kind of insane, because there's no real reason why someone that's, I don't know, from somewhere in Alaska can't become darker toned skin by tanning. Yeah, I would like to see that. An easier but also more in-depth character creator, which may sound weird and I can't really explain it, but currently the like square where you change your entire character's like facial features and whatever, that's, for me, it's, you can't get everything or anything perfect. This is a kind of, I put these as 2 different ones, but I would like to see an age slider and a height slider. And no, I don't mean your character should be age whatever 21 when you choose it, but more so that your character doesn't look like crumpled up potatoes. So you can choose a character that looks like crumpled up potatoes by choosing the age slider of like 70, or you have a character that can look like she's 21 or he is 21. I would also like, and this doesn't really have to do with character creating, but I think it's kind of insane that the GTA character can carry basically the entire US arsenal's weaponry in his ass. I would like to see like 1 or maybe 2 weapons of every slot, or maybe like what they were talking about, where you have a like a weapons locker, or a like, for instance, of course in the car I'm driving right now you can't have that, but you can have I don't know, just an RPG laying in the back. I mean, why wouldn't you? Or maybe like a weapons safe in bigger trucks, like for instance a pickup truck. Why can't you have like multiple weapons areas and multiple Pelican cases with like different weapons in it? Next up is for the vehicle stuff. Yeah, I called a lot of it stuff because I've never made a list before, so I don't know why or how. I would like to see useful car customization. Again, useful as in, if you have a giant pickup truck that's up armored to the wazoo, you should be able to push aside, I don't know, a random mini fucking Cooper. Jesus Christ, that car. I think it's kind of insane that for some reason you can have up armored vehicles like the Insurgent and whatever, and they could just easily get pushed aside by, yeah, this guy on his random motorcycle. Fuck you. It's so dumb. Also, the NPCs being able to shoot you through the back of a giant truck. A few days ago I was playing GTA 6, or 5 I mean, and I got shot through the back of my Brickade 6x6, which I'm pretty sure would quite be impossible. But I don't know, I'm not American, so I've never been fired at or shot at, and I've never shot at someone, but I think it's kind of dumb. I would like to see, and this is just in general more uses of the phone as well, I think I have that in a bulletin point later as well. I would like to see the ability to move all or certain cars from garages to other garages without having to drive the cars. I think it's really dumb that in a game where you're playing Pokemon with cars, that you have to move 10, 20 different cars from a garage to another garage. I think that's really weird, so I think you should be able to do it with your phone. Maybe have like your mechanic drive one of those car trucks. And the ability to sell more, then that's also, I have this as a another point as well. The ability to sell multiple or all cars in your garage as well. The fact that you have to drive from point A to point B, then back to point A again, just to drive to point B again with like 7 different cars is really limiting. I think car prices in game should be more like based on real life and not by the fact that when they get added to the game. I don't think a Ford F-250 that's added in 2018 in the game in GTA 5 should be just as expensive or more expensive than a hypercar that's added in 2013. And I also just in general think like the pricing, a pickup truck should not be the same price as a goddamn hypercar. That's really, really fucking dumb. I also had this pickup from 1990 should not be the same price as a pickup from 2019. Unless, for instance, it's a collectible, so maybe like like the Ford Lightning should be at least I don't know, I'm not the biggest car guy, but I think a Ford Lightning should definitely be more expensive than a beater Ford F-150. Yeah, more customization to cars. I think they should add body kits, white bodies, removal of certain body parts. Like for instance, if you want to have your full-on Japanese race mode Nissan S240 or Nissan 240 SX without a bumper, I think you should be able to do that. And more paints and liveries. Less turbulence in aircraft. Currently in game, if you fly in a helicopter or not a helicopter, a plane, just after a few seconds your plane starts to shake violently and uncontrollably for like a second or two, and then it just turns back. That's really, really weird. I don't know why, it's so annoying to fly in this game. Oh, well, I just committed murder, but we don't talk about that. At least at first, I think they should add realistic or semi-realistic vehicles. So no Oppressor Mark II for all of you fuckboys, you know what I'm talking about. The Oppressor Mark I, I'm fine with it because it's not blatantly overpowered, but a hover bike should not... just a giant fucking hover bike with missiles and machine guns and whatever, that's just way too much. Like jetpack, okay, it might be feasible. I just don't think an Oppressor Mark II or even the Flying Deluxe should be added. The Toreador, okay, I'm fine with that. There are submarine cars, why not? I think the speed limit of cars needs to be removed. A fully upgraded pickup truck or a fully upgraded Ford Mustang like this one, unless of course, I don't know, you put the 2000 horsepower engine in it. I'm talking about you, Weston Chaplin. I don't think it should go as fast as a Koenigsegg Jesko or just any hypercar basically. It's really weird, or just a pickup truck that you fully upgraded should not be as fast as a hypercar. I think there needs to be more underglow and LED mode options for cars and motorcycles. I want to full on race mode my vehicles. I want to have USA red, white and blue neon. I want to have LED on my motorcycle. I would just like to, I don't know, yeah, like I said, yeah, I would like to full on race mode my vehicle. I don't know why, I just think it would be insanely funny. I would like to see usable ramps on the Chinook and the C-130 and other cargo vehicles. For the Chinook, of course, I would like to draw, and the C-130, I would like to drive a vehicle inside of them and airdrop them like I'm replaying Fast and the Furious, where they drop all of their cars from a C-17 or a C-130 and just airdrop them. I think it would be funny. I also would like to see parachutes, by the way, to cars. I know, weird thing, but it's GTA, why not? I would like to see the ability to transport vehicles and boats. For instance, a helicopter on a flatbed. I would like to own a flatbed truck and I would like to transport a vehicle from point A to point B. Be it a helicopter, be it a boat, be it a submarine, I don't really care. The ability to buy trailers And by trailers, I mean, for instance, for boats. So you can bring a boat with your pickup truck or your other truck that has a tow hook, and you can bring it on land and drive it around. I just think that would be funny. I would like to see better burnouts, drifting, and donuts. And by that, I definitely mean better smoke, because currently is not a lot. The ability to sell houses, garages, buildings, and or trade in multiple buildings for one big building. I have an idea for this one as well. The ability to upgrade buildings maybe and have the prices based on the size of said building, not where they are located on the map. I think they should make missions for buildings based on where the building is located. I don't want to have to pay 5 million for a building in central downtown Miami. If I can have the same building for like 1 million, central swampland, Florida. I think the prices should also be based, like I said, on a size. For instance, 1 million for a smaller building and 2 or 3 million for a giant building. And I think revenues should also be based on the size of that building. For instance, owning a nightclub that's absolutely massive, where 100 or 200 people can get in, should revenue more than one where 50 people can get in. And the ability to eventually upgrade or increase the size of said buildings when you have more money. And for garages, well, let me show you my gripe with that. One time I bought a fuck ton of garages and I cannot get rid of them because you can't sell them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses and they're all traded in. 6, I mean, sorry. So I would like to be able to sell or trade in my garages. And I would also like to see the ability to use my phone to trade in vehicles and stuff. Sell vehicles, trade vehicles, move vehicles from buildings, homes. I would like the ability to use my phone for that and also start heists from my phone. Because, also, I did not say this. These last 3, I'm being able to trade money, guns, vehicles with other people. These belong to quality of life and just regular fun stuff. So yeah, let me go back because I'm doing everything wrong. The ability to trade money, guns, vehicles with other people. If you have a friend that's just new and he wants a car and you have that car and you don't need that car anymore, why shouldn't you be able to trade that car with someone else? It also helps when you want to do heists together, and because someone who is just new does not have the ability to unlock or buy super heavy armor and or more than like a pistol. And it's really annoying to only use a pistol in heists where everybody dies or where everybody tanks a million fucking bullets. The ability to sell armored vehicles, helicopters, planes or boats, at the moment you can't if you buy a vehicle and you don't want it unless it's the Insurgent and some other vehicles, but helicopters and boats you can't. When you sell a vehicle back to the store, I think it should be based on usage and not based on that you just own the vehicle. I think if you buy a hypercar and you realize, or just any car, and you realize that the customization is not up to snuff to what you want, I think it's really annoying that the car suddenly lost like $700,000 in price. I think it should be based on you've driven it, you've customized it, you've abused it, and basically, I don't know, shot a million RPGs at it. I think the price should lower by that, but not when you just buy it. I would like to see, and I'm pretty much, I love modding stuff. I'm not from America, but I'm a Texan at heart. So I love modding and stuff. And I would like to see the realistic dirt on characters and cars. That you actually like maybe have to wash your car and or shower with your character. So he has any semblance of not looking like he just walked out of a pigsty. I would like to see smart cops, but not too smart. I would like to see cops searching for me. I don't want them to see them spawning in front of me or just randomly pull out their ass and just look at the geo coordinates of my character and be like, oh, he's right in this corner over here, 5 miles to the south. I would like to see a Bearcat for the cops. I know we have the new fan, but just in general, I think a SWAT Bearcat would look really, really awesome. Skippable cutscenes, more and better skill trees. And by skill trees, I mean the flying or the piloting, the driving, stuff like that. This especially belongs to piloting. For instance, if you fly a helicopter all the time in game, I don't think necessarily your plane skills should be up to snuff. Of course, you should know some things, but it should not level together. And with driving, I think it's the same with off-road driving and on-road driving, and maybe even motorcycle driving, because all three of those are entirely different. I would like to see a way to actually level up strength, stealth and stuff like that without, I don't know how you do it in this game. Just relying on RNG basically, punching a lot of fucking people, I don't know. My mate brought this up, the ability to block people and not see them in game anymore. So for instance, this is for hackers or just really annoying people that you just go to your phone or your escape home menu, whatever, and you block them, and then you won't be able to see them anymore specifically. It's not like there's not enough servers playing on GTA 5 and GTA 6. There's a million servers, I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure they're almost all the time full. The ability to start an invite-only server from the get-go, so not that you have to launch first into multiplayer, then into a server, and then into an invite-only server, and then that. And I would also like the ability to instantly the ability to do your stuff in an invite-only server and not have it added 17 years later. Bigger payout for heists and better economy. $3 million for a hypercar and $5 million for a fighter jet is insane. By that logic, I think the oppressor should be like 20 millions. And the fact that a yacht is 10 million, but this for Mustang is 3 million is kind of a search function in store so that you can look up the car you want. Let me see, car auction for selling older cars. I even have a slogan for this one. It's welcome to Jeter's auction. Bring all your meters, beaters, sleepers, and off-the-cliff yeeters to us, and we can sell them for you. So that when you want to get rid of a car, but when you go to sell to a garage, it's like, oh, we're gonna give you 2 pence for it, and it's like, bro, this car is like, it's a fully functioning driving car. Why the fuck is it so cheap? Yeah, well, 2 pence, and that's all. Okay, well, then you bring it to the auction house, and then actual players, can bid on it. Maybe there's a guy who really wants that car, but he doesn't want to spend the full amount of money on that car. That way he can still get that car, customize that car, but have it for cheaper, better and a more immersive first-person view. This is nice, but especially in a car, it's like, what the hell is... I know you're not supposed to do this in real life, but it's annoying as hell to me. I would like to have a speed limit for slow missions. Sometimes you get those missions where you have to drive, not to drive too fast because the customer will get spooked. Why don't you just like Mafia 2 or something? Have like and maybe even Forza Horizon, they have those speedometers in the bottom. Why not have a speedometer where you can set the speed? That way you can drive a solid 45 just the entire time instead of having to gas off, gas on, gas off, gas on, gas off. It's so annoying. The armor system for players in GTA 5 is broken as all hell. You buy super heavy armor and the NPCs two-shot you. And it's really annoying to have to go to the store, buy new armor, this, that, such, so. So I'm thinking, why not make the armor just a permanent addition to your character? You can have multiple different levels of armor. Of course, you have level 1, 2, 3, 4 plates. You should be able to choose the armor in either free mode or just a mission, depending on which mission you start. Some missions require lighter armor or heavier armor, or it would be smart at least. And it would give a flat out percentage bonus to less damage taken. So for instance, super heavy armor takes 25% less or 30% less damage from shots, and you also gain an increase in like 30% health. Of course, this can be switched out. Like, what I'm saying is not final. Maybe instead of that, give it like 50% less damage taken from bullets, heavy armor 40%, medium armor 30%, light armor 20%, and super light armor is 10% less damage taken. But the mobility and the character speed and everything also slows down. I would like to see more content. And I also have another section called businesses. I would like to see more open missions where you can use your own personal vehicle during a mission. So for instance, if you already have an Avenger, I don't think you should have to steal an Avenger. And by open missions, I also mean multiple ways to approach each mission. So for instance, stealthily, full guns blazing, stuff like that. Yeah, the use of own personal vehicles during missions. So if you have an insurgent, why the hell do I need to get a barrage? If you have a tank, why do I need to get a Kanjali? If I have a vehicle that's good enough for the mission, like if I have a tow truck and I need a tow truck for the mission, why the hell do I need to steal first a tow truck and then go to the mission? I would like to see, and this is just, I love sports. I don't do sports myself except for snowboarding, but I would like to see surfing and off-road dirt biking, fishing, stuff like that. Just something to do when you're not, basically you turn off your brain and you go do that stuff. You just want to go online, go have fun, whatever. My mate also brought this up at first, at launch. Don't instantly bring out laser guns. I really do not give a shit about an unholy hellbringer or the up and atomizer. I don't. Just give me regular old guns. Give me an RPG, give me a thumper, give me a minigun. No laser guns, please, for the love of all that is holy. I would like to see random parties and the ability to throw a party. Just, it's Miami, why not? You know, have a random beach party for no reason whatsoever, or just, if you have a house with a pool, why not throw a pool party at your own house? Invite players, invite just random people. It's just fun. There's nothing to it but to do it. It's just fun. I would like to see some new businesses and business improvements. Yeah, what I said earlier, how expensive a building cost is how big a building costs. So for instance, something that costs 6 million should obviously be way bigger than something that costs 1 million. And instead of the revenue being 10,000 per month, it should, or per day, per 24 hours, 24 minutes, it should be like 100,000 because it's like way bigger and a lot more people go there. I would like to see increasing businesses with level of popularity. You start with a small nightclub and you end up with a big one. So for instance, like I said earlier, you buy a nightclub for 1 million in small town redneck Florida, USA, and at first there's like 5 people come there, and then they were like, oh, you know, this place is really cool, and then it's 50 people, and then you're like, oh, I've earned $1 million from this nightclub. I can increase the size from this nightclub by spending that $1 million on the size increase, and then instead of 50 people, the maximum becomes 100 people, and then you can grow the building. All, if not a lot more passive businesses. And I would also like to see them. This is my, I guess I haven't reached 60 points yet, but this will become my 60th then. Instantly having the business money transferred to your bank account. It's really annoying to have to drive to 17 fucking businesses to get your money back. Like, why the hell it's 2023? Why the hell don't I just have my bank account? Here's the money we got from this place, boss. There you go, 100 grand. So why do I have to drive to my nightclub every time to open a safe in the wall? That's really dumb. But yeah, the ability to have all businesses run by itself. Maybe have a cost difference, or a call, instead of when you do it yourself, you earn 100,000. When it's done by the NPCs, you earn 70,000. If you have 1 million businesses, it's really nice to have everything done automatically instead of having to do everything yourself. Just becomes annoying if you have to do it tens of thousands of times over. The ability to promote legal businesses, and by legal I mean also legal quotation marks, because why not have both a legal and an illegal businesses? By having a car, for instance an ammunition, by having a car with ammunition sprayed on the side of it, and then just driving around, the popularity or the know-how of that building goes up by the more people that see it. Okay, next I have some business ideas extras. We now have the casino in game, but I think it will be really cool to have a casino as a business. Now I would also like to see a taxi company as a business, and of course any kind of taxi. I don't mean the fake taxi, but I mean like an actual taxi. Maybe just an Uber Eats type of deal where a random driver that you hired brings food or brings a person to another place. I think that would be really funny, especially in GTA 4 when you had Nico Bellic and his mate that were working for the taxi company. I just think that would be fun. This is, I guess, just a random throwaway in. The ability to learn how to DJ or mix music yourself and have more musicians show up in game. Currently I have 4 musicians from my nightclub. I think it would just be fun to have more musicians, even if they're not like actual people. Just make some random people, just pick some music off of the internet. I don't know, no copyright sounds up in the wazoo, give them some money and say, hey, we would like to use your mixed master of music in game, and then I don't know, just have them as random musicians. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna cut this video. I don't know if I'm gonna even upload this video because I'm pretty sure my sick voice is not what people want to hear right now. This is my GTA list. In total there's like 60 points. I haven't counted all of them, and I'm pretty sure I did like some double and mix them together as well. I think there's a lot of potential for GTA. I think I'm definitely gonna play it, yeah, on PC when it comes out, and even on PS5, PS6, PS18, whenever GTA 6 actually comes out without delays. Yeah, this is just my take on it. If you have any other ideas or something, put them in the comments. Yeah, I'm just excited and I can't wait till 2025. So, see you later.